Look, if you need an emergency loan, okay, and you've exhausted all your resources, you can't go to the bank because you don't have a relationship with that bank. You can't go to the credit union because you have too high of debt to income ratio. Then I have a lender that may be able to help you. Now, again, this is when you've exhausted all your resources. It's the only time you want to approach a lender like this, out of all transparency, because they have high interest rate. But that being said, one of the things you can do as an individual, especially if you work a job, the best thing that you can do is go to your HR department, okay? And you want to request to file exempt for 3 to 4 months. So what that means is that they will not take any federal taxes out of your check for the next 3 to 4 months, which will give you an income boost, okay, to help you catch up on some bills and pay off some little emergencies, right? But if right now you need an emergency loan, then you want to check out a lender like Birch Lending. Okay, and the reason is because they offer emergency loans from $200 up to $3,000. All right, now here's the thing about it. A lot of people have questions about them. You know, now that we know that they do offer loans, and they offer loans to people with bad credit. So if you have low income, if you on welfare, disability, now if you're in the military, they will not work with you. Okay. Now, one of the bigger things that a lot of people are confused about is in terms of, will they work with me? And so in terms of how and if they will work with you, it depends on the state that you are actually in. And in terms of what states they will not work with, let's go. So the states that Birch Lending does not offer loans in is Alaska, Arkansas, Connecticut, District of Columbia, Georgia, Illinois, Maryland, Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Virginia, and West Virginia. Okay, so if you're in any of those states, this lender is not for you, out of all transparency. All right, so another thing in terms of, when will they pull your credit report? Will they check your credit report? These type of lenders, they're not putting a hard inquiry on your credit file, okay? But they will check third-party credit bureaus. So your third-party credit bureaus that they usually check is like Clarity and Factor Trust. Now, for some people that follow me, you know that when I talk about Clarity, Clarity is one of the lenders that Experian owns. One of the credit bureaus that Experian owns. Factor Trust is the credit bureau that TransUnion owns, okay? So they may check these two, and what they're looking for when they check these here creditors, they're trying to see if you defaulted on the loan with them in the past or any of their affiliates, or you're in a bankruptcy, okay? Now, sometimes they may check LexisNexis. Now, one of the key things that most people don't realize, that the lender may operate in your state, and they may be willing to give you a loan. However, the information that's on the application is not matching up with the information on your credit file, meaning that your address on the application, okay, is not matching up with the address on your credit file. Also, making sure you have an active checking account. This is also a big factor. A lot of people, they try to apply for lenders like this, but they may already be in check systems, or they may already be in early warning system, in which they don't mind that, but you still need to have an active checking account. So if you don't have an active checking account, you need to find a lending institution that offers you checking accounts so that you can actually have a regular checking account. All right, that's very important, and a lot of people miss that. They think that these lenders don't want to work with them. They're in business because they know that other lenders don't want to work with you. So it's not about your debt to income ratio with them. They're all about, does the numbers add up? Is the information accurate? And are we a lender for that state? So you have to take that into consideration. Now, in terms of if you do not qualify for this lender, there is a lender that you may want to look at, and that is checking the cash. And here's the reason why. Checking the cash, they actually offer like a flex line of credit, okay? And so with that flex line of credit, again, you can see it from 100 up to 4,000, meaning that you can borrow the amount you need up to $4,000. And when you pay it back, you don't have to reapply. It's just there. It's like a revolving line of credit. So you can actually just apply for this here line of credit. And again, for them, they're very flexible because it's not about the credit. Can I still get a flex line of credit with bad credit? And as you can see, yes, because it's not about the credit score with them. It's all about, is the information on the application the same as the information on your credit report? Do you have an active checking account? Do you have a regular source of income? So again, welfare, disability, low income people still can qualify for this, all right? Now, if you have any other question about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.